Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that so many of you guys really liked my very first tutorial and that I've created this second channel here aside from my vlog channel. Today I wanted to show you guys just a really wearable halo eye. Something that you'll notice with my makeup tutorials and things in general is I really like to have looks that like you can go out in public in. What I mean by that is I am somebody who's a business professional, that this would be like office appropriate. It's still like sexy, it's still nice, it's definitely a makeup look that you're like, wow, nice makeup, but it's not too much. Look right here, I did use doing the Jaclyn Hill palette. Let me know if there's any palettes in particular you guys ever want me to do a look from, but I'm just kind of switching it up. I also switched up the style with this one where it is a talk through. So just let me know how you guys like this one in comparison to the last one, which was obviously a voiceover, so it goes a little bit faster. I hope that you guys enjoy this look, and if you're interested to see how you can achieve this, then just keep on watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that bell so that you never miss an upload from me, and as well check out the description box because that is the link for our vlog channel. Can't wait to see you guys on hopefully both platforms. Okay, so going into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I decided to do this one this time because I figured this is one that a lot of people have been having their hands on, and you know, it's pretty easy to get, it's pretty affordable, and I think this palette is actually pretty bomb. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my eye. I've already prepped it with my Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer from Elizabeth Mott. Now I'm just gonna go in with my Studio Fix concealer. This one is from MAC here. I'm just gonna put this all over the lid. So after that, we're gonna go into the palette here, and as you can see, this color right here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one and I'm gonna put it all over the lid. So what I've done is I've just basically created just a base, and then I've set that base on my eye. This is going to really help so that you're not going to have a lot of creasing and everything, and that way your halo eye is going to stay pretty nice and vibrant and even. Going into the palette again, I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, which is just like a dark brown, and that is what we're going to use for our halo eye in that darker shade. I'm taking the Morphe R39 brush. It just has sort of a dome fluffy shape like this. I am packing quite a bit of that color. What I find when it comes to halo eyes is to kind of tilt your head up and look down. That way you're getting prime real estate of your eye. And I'm just going to literally pat this on that outer third of my eye. So as you can see too, I did take it above my crease, almost to the brow bone, but this is all gonna depend on your eye shape, and you are gonna have to play with it. If you're somebody like me, you've got a lot of real estate in your eye, bigger eyes, have got kind of almond, then you actually can bring it up and above that crease, because essentially it's almost like as if you were gonna create a smoky eye. So you're bringing it out and you're bringing it up. Going in some more, I'm gonna go ahead and pat just a little bit more on this outer part, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start on the inner part. This is really when you wanna tilt your head up and look down, because if not, as you can see, it really creates kind of like I can't really get up in there. Again, I'm bringing this just a little bit above the crease, not as dramatic as that outward part, because it is that inner part of my eye and I don't want it to be like over here. I like to go straight up and down and then bring it just towards that inner tear duct to bring it in just a little bit. Taking this No Name Sonia Kashuk brush, as you can see, it's got kind of a little bit of fluffiness to it, but it's also got that nice dome shape. I am gonna go ahead and just sort of blend out the edges because you don't want anything harsh here. So literally taking little sweeping motions, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out those edges. Once you've kind of blended those out, I then take it and I'm gonna go ahead and sort of lightly, there's no extra product on here, I'm gonna bring the two together. Taking my MAC 210 brush, which is just a pointed pencil brush, we're gonna go into the darker color next to that dark brown there. It's kind of sort of like a really deep plum. And I'm gonna go ahead and pat this into that outer part on the inner. Take that brush with no product again and blend again. Now onto the fun part, which is what you want to do for your halo. You can use any sort of color that you want, and that's what I love about a halo eye. As you can see, we went for kind of a rusty sort of red and gold toned here, which I'll show, but in that palette, we're gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, which is next to sort of that gold. I didn't get names on my palette. I don't know why. So I'm sorry that I'm having to just describe it. I'm taking this Vasanti eyeshadow 2 brush. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. So it's really dense, and so that it picks up product really well, including like your ColourPop shadows and stuff. But so I'm just gonna take this and I'm going to just pat it into that color, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just pat it into the eye. So as you can see, I took it up above the crease again, and then I kind of actually have it almost a little bit wider. So it's narrowed down towards my lash line, and it comes up and out a little bit. Again, this is all just based on eye shape. So if you do have a similar eye shape to me, I suggest doing this because it just really makes, as you can see, for a really nice halo, really bright-eyed look. This is when you're gonna need though to do a lot of, this is gonna be a lot of blending. This is when it's a little bit more tedious, but I swear it's worth it than just packing it on and running out the house like this. So now I'm gonna take this MAC 221 brush, which has a really, really narrow tip there, but it's fluffy with no product on it. We're gonna go ahead and blend those edges. Again, really lightly. Just kind of blending it together. And now we're gonna add on what gave it sort of these gold reflex, which is the MAC pigment in Melon. With this technique, you guys, what you're gonna do, you can even do it on the back of your hand here, is pour just a little bit, get a little bit of product. I've got this little tiny little dome brush here. I'm gonna spray the brush first. I'm going to put the brush into the product, packing it on there. And then before I put it directly on my eye, I'm actually gonna sweep it a couple times just so that you don't get any like big flakes coming off. And we're gonna go ahead and just lightly start to build it on top of that red shade. Taking my finger with just a little bit of that red shade again, I'm gonna pat that on top. And taking that brush again from MAC with no product, we're gonna go ahead and blend those edges. Going back in again, just with that really dark shade that we had, I'm just gonna go into that outer part again. Bam, that is like literally one of the most tedious parts of it, but it still doesn't take that long, you guys. So after I've got that, I'm actually gonna take the highlight that I'm gonna end up using on my cheekbones, and I'm just going to use that as a little bit of a brow highlight. So quickly, I'm just gonna repeat some steps underneath my eye as you see how it's on this one. I'm only gonna take that darkest shade, and then I'm only gonna take the red shade really and put that into the center of the lid. So here's the thing, your eye's gonna look a little bit like a hot mess, but this is when you tie it all together, when you do your lashes and you do your liner. When it comes to liner, I'm just using this Sephora liquid liner. I really like it, it's cheap, it works well. As you can see on this eye, I did do a wing, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a wing on this one. Here is the trick though. I actually did not do liner all the way across my eye. What I did was I did only in the dark spots of my halo eye. So just a little trick for you guys to know that you don't always have to do your full liner. Helps also too, just depends, I mean, your preference, but on time. But I really liked for the shadow to look like it came straight out of the lashes versus looking like I had a thick line and then lashes. Lashes that I'm using are these gorgeous babies right here. And let me tell you guys, I got them from Amazon and they have been the best lashes that I have ever had. I have literally done everything from your Lily lashes to your velour lashes to your regular drugstore, your Ardell. The reason that I really like these ones is I feel like they give you, they're like the perfect dupes, I feel like, for like Lily lashes, because they're nice, they're full, they're fluffy, they're dramatic, but they don't come with the price tag of it, and then they also last a lot longer and better in my opinion. I am just gonna use some random mascara here that I got in an Ipsy bag because I don't know where mine is that I normally use. I'm gonna just prep my lashes. They are so gorgeous, you guys. Taking this Smashbox Always On Gel liner in Fishnet. I got this just from an Ipsy bag as well. We're gonna go ahead and line the bottom. And so that's pretty much it of the eyes. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the face. I am looking oily today. I'm gonna prep my face using the Cover FX Blurring Primer. As you can see, I am running low, but Mama spent way too much money to be letting even a drop of this go. I don't know where that just cut out on me, but I'm gonna do my bottom mascara. Oh my God, I really need to find my go-to. Oh, this one sucks. On to the lippist. So, I think I'm gonna do a neutral lip. Don't kill me. But I do want to say that if you wanted to, you could do a bold lip with this as well. But I'm going to do neutral because your girl is going to be going out and about. I got to pick up my son from daycare. And, you know, I feel like a big bold lip is great for nighttime or like when you're really trying to be extra. Which, don't get me wrong, I like to do. But there's something about when you go and pick up your son at daycare and you're going on base, and if y'all ever wanted to be judged hardcore, be on a military base and be super extra. I'm telling you. So I'm just gonna line my lips with MAC Chestnut. This is literally my go-to. I'm bringing it in, as you see, and then rubbing my lips together, creating kind of a brown hue to my lips versus the pinkiness. I do take my time lining my lips because I'm all about some luscious lips, y'all. But I'm going to then go over, ooh, let me show you what I'm talking about. So the shades that I feel like would look real good with this look, so this Modern Temptress looks like this. Like that is some 50 shades. That is sexy, okay? But nighttime. What we're gonna do is my new go-to neutral lip, which is using Fresh Brew from MAC. And I'm gonna pop this on in the center. So this is what it would look like if you just did the lipstick and the liner, but I'm actually going to up it just a little bit, and I'm gonna take Nymphet from MAC, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous gloss, and put that on the center there. And you see it just made these lips look juicy. Time to fix the weave and then do the traditional outro.